Well, we're back in the St. George area.
You know, I just love it down here. It's my favorite place on earth, I think.
Oh, yeah, I've always loved it. I lived here for a period of time.
Right.
Yeah, and then moved on. Life moves on. Anyway, we're back to the Color Country Model Railroad Club open house. No trains.
No trains. It says that, or you just said that?
No, I said that.
Oh, okay.
Quick glance, I can tell when there are trains. I can smell them. So this is Rich Wilson's little N scale.
Well, that gives me a lot of ideas.
You've been talking for years about building almost this exact thing.
Right, just inside of a coffee table where it would have glass over the top that you can watch the train run around.
And in N scale, you can get away with that.
Oh, sure.
It looks like Rich has been having a lot of fun here.
Right.
It's a tiny little railroad, but you know, you don't have to have anything really big, and that's one of the joys of N scale is you don't have to have anything really big. And he's still got a lot of railroading packed into a really tiny amount of space.
Right.
And I'm sure it's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah, it was 5 layouts we went to yesterday, and so, yeah.
Now this is a fun thing. This is the Clubs Model Railroad Club Space Club Layout.
Oh, there you go.
It's in a basement, and they rented this space down here to build Lionel modules.
Oh.
Something new. When did this all start?
We moved in here about 3 years ago.
Oh, really?
We were in a house downtown. The house was really small. One of the historical places. Hysterical, historical. Anyway, we moved in down here and we got a lot more room. And these guys built this modular. It all comes apart.
Yeah.
Like when they did the Connect show, this module used to connect.
Now, a lot of the stuff they're using here is post-war antique stuff, really old school.
Right, I love it. I just love it.
I love this stuff, this operating drawbridge here. That's just classic old school antique Lionel. Now what they have here is actually 3 separate modules that interconnect.
Right.
And they can take it to shows, but they were saying the principal reason they're doing this is then they can sell the individual modules.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so if somebody comes along, oh, I want to get into model railroading and I want to join your club, it's like, well, here's a layout, you can just buy it.
Oh, cool.
Because they love building these things, and then they sell one, and that opens up some space, and they build another one.
Well, I like to watch the little kids get so interested. It'd be nice to let them be the ones to buy the module and get started in this hobby.
Wouldn't that be neat?
Right.
Now, this excited me for a very particular reason.
Oh?
This is so much like the old layouts that Lionel used to send out to the bigger stores.
Really?
And they always had the store layout, and every Sears had one.
Yes.
They were a little smaller than this, of course.
Yes.
But I just had this tremendous flashback. It's like, oh my heck, this is just like being at the Sears layout back in 1955.
Isn't
or
that funny? What will
60.
bring a memory?
But it's just, what a monster Lionel layout. Isn't this neat?
Oh, that's cool.
Anyway, what the Mullins have created here is one massive monster toy train layout.
Oh, I was just, around every corner was something different to look at.
And a lot of this equipment are these limited edition cars and locomotives and stuff.
I love them. They're just so neat.
And they're very collectible. And then they switch out the lights because look how much lighting they've done on this layout.
The little fairgrounds down there, that was just, I wanted to get right down there and get my nose in it.
And you did.
I did.
Oh, this just blows my mind when they turn the lights out. You can see just how many practical lights they've got running on this thing. It's just amazing. And then they've got this upper level that goes all the way around the whole room as well.
Once you get these 3 buildings, gotta put trees in here, get people. I want to try to put walkways. Yeah, right.
You know, given the price of gas, this might be the most expensive model on the railroad.
I think so.
The man has his own oil well.
There you go.
And it's just, I love F units. We all know I love F units, but check out the Santa Fe F
Isn't that
units.
neat?
Oh, I love it. It's just fun to watch
man.
these guys go around.
Yeah, that's a nice look. When you get them from the front like that, it's really. This track here on the big one, the outside track on the big boy is canted. So when that train comes up this way and hits that can,
I have wreck piles like that, but they're never planned.
We saw one just like that coming off the freeway.
Yeah, getting off at St. George Boulevard, it looked just like that, only it was automobiles.
Yeah, not even kidding.
You know, it's just amazing to see this many trains all going around at the same time.
Oh man, I didn't know which one to look at first.
No,
I
it's
gave
just-
myself whiplash.
It's it's an eyeful no matter what direction you look, and everywhere you look, not only is there something to see, there's a train moving.
Yes,
It's just phenomenal.
right.
But I think that's what was really fun for me with the old Lionel is just watching everything go around all at once. You go down to like Sears to see Santa Claus, and then after seeing Santa Claus, you stand and stare at the Lionel as a train went this way and a train went that way, and it's just phenomenal.
Right.
Check out this big boy.
Isn't that cool? Oh my god.
Look at the articulation.
Yes, and again, another reminder not to get close to trains in real life.
No, because things will swing out
Man,
like that.
I never realized till you see something like on a model train.
And this one's 4024.
Oh,
Usually people right now are buying 4014 because,
Yes.
you know, 4014, that's the one everyone wants. But 4024, that was the last big boy.
oh, was it?
Yeah, they only built 25 of them.
Thank you, sir. Clear inbound. Out. Dispatcher, are we clear through the next block? Over. Thank you, sir. We're on schedule. Out.
Now, as we were mentioning, you don't want to get too close to the track. This big boy actually nicked my camera coming by. I'm glad it wasn't a real
Wasn't
big boy.
your head.
It wasn't my head, and it wasn't the real 4014.
Right.
That would be bad.
But that, in all seriousness,
In
this
all
really happens.
Yes, you want to stay well back of the trains, even model trains.
Oh, especially model trains.
think you'll be okay. Then you gotta hit watch. Okay. Okay. Oh, there you go. There? Can you hear it go on? You can hear
How
it.
did it even make it? It was 9 to 2 hours.
It took way more than an hour. 8, 9, 8.
And here we have the same idea in a somewhat smaller space.
Right.
And it shows again how much railroading you can pack into a reasonably small footprint.
Right.
You know, when I was a kid, I dreamed of having a Lionel layout like this because, you know, I've seen them at the stores like Sears.
Yeah, Lionel Rocks.
And I think what we're seeing is that people of our age are now building the railroad that they dreamed about when they were kids.
Of course.
Because now you have the time and hopefully you have the money and you
Right.
have the space, and it's like, you know that railroad I always wanted?
There it is.
I'm going to build it. I'm just going to build
Yeah,
it.
you
And
might
so
as well.
if you've been dreaming of building a railroad like this, well, you just should.
Turn it into a reality.
Turn it into a reality, because look, there it is.
Yes. Not just around the Christmas tree anymore.
Nope. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't have a train around Christmas.
Have it there too, yes.
You need both.
Yes.
Now this railroad is interesting because it's all antique equipment.
Oh, isn't that neat?
You know, most of these are kind of a mixture. They have some post-war, they have some modern, they have... This, I think, is 100% post-war.
Oh, it's got to be.
And we saw this 2 years ago, but he's added the lower level here.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah, it's so fun. And notice it's on wheels in the garage.
Right.
So what happens is if you want to roll the SUV in here, you just slide the railroad over to the side, park a car or two in here, and then when you're ready to play trains, you back the cars out, roll the railroad out to the middle, and away you go.
Isn't that cool?
And he has this little teeny area over here where he has, I think this is all his pre-war stuff.
It's very collectible.
Oh my gosh, all this tin plate. I love the really, really early tin plate stuff. And you know how much I love the stuff that's all beat up.
Right.
That is just patina. That is just gorgeous, just like that. And I love to see the old tin plate stuff just left in its original condition.
Yes.
That to me is art right there.
It is.
Every once in a while, I'll see one of these things repainted and restored. And, oh, it just sort of breaks my heart. Just leave it like that. And not everybody had Lionel as a kid. A lot of people had American Flyer. I had American Flyer.
Just as cool.
And this is really interesting because it's a total mixture of very, very modern and very much mid-century antique. So the trains and the track are all very recent. And look at that track.
Yes.
That doesn't look like American Flyer track. It looks like a snap track, like Atlas HO snap track. It's got the right number of ties and switch machines and the whole thing. It's just modern track. And then it's got American Flyer sized trains on it, most of which here are brand new. But then all of the structures That's what blows my mind. It's all original plastic fill.
I don't know why. I just love it. I love plastic fill.
It's when you get down to it, it's just like, what's with that? That's just, you know. And back in the day, I thought it was so hokey because it
Yeah.
had no detail. And
No,
oh my gosh, I look at that and it's art. It's just
it's the thing now.
beautiful.
Right.
Yeah, and now that it's you know got some distance, psychic distance on it, and you look at it and you go, now that is cool.
Yes, kind of like an old Edsel. I mean,
Yeah.
At the time you don't like it, but now when you see one, it's like,
There it is, and I wouldn't change a darn
no,
thing.
not even.
The only thing is I'd keep the boxes because the box art is just as neat as the models.
No kidding.
But I just love this early Plasticville stuff. It's so
Neat.
darn cool. Well, there it is for this
Yes.
week.
Yes.
We're still here next week. We're going to go visit a couple of gigantic garden railroads up at the north end of town.
What a place to have an outdoor railroad. The vista is just beautiful.
No kidding. Well, if you haven't been over to the channel, or if you're not a subscriber, here comes the button. Right there, the blue button.
Yay!
Well, we're not sure how you found this video on the internet. We hope you didn't find it boring. And we will see you here next week as we look at these garden railroads.
That's right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.